Welcome back to the channel, man. It's been over 2 months since I filmed a video, so things might be a little bit different. I might be a little bit rusty, but that's okay. I did something that's gonna maybe upset a couple of you, maybe intrigue a couple of you, but either way, I already did it, and there's no going back now. I have a couple of window stickers in my hand, which means that was not a fart, that was my stool. Which window stickers mean that there might possibly be a new truck outside. Actually, since my last video, there's 2 new trucks. The first one is this 2018 Ram 3500 diesel, which shouldn't be surprising if you follow Instagram. There's been a couple of teasers on there. But the second one is actually a Ford. I did it. I've been thinking about it, I've been talking about it, and today, well, actually Saturday, was the day that I pulled the trigger on a 2019 F450 Platinum. Hello guys, and welcome back to another video of Jay Flat Out drinking a bang. All jokes aside though, yes, the rumors are true. I am the new owner of a 2019 Ford F450 Platinum, and I'm loving the moonroof. I'm loving the massaging chairs, and I never thought I would say this, but this may be a better truck than the Ram. Now I know that's gonna spark controversy, and you guys who have come accustomed to the Ram videos are probably gonna absolutely destroy me in the comments below, but hear me out, because there are a couple reasons why I made such a bold claim, and everything's just opinion. As always, like I always tell you guys, everything is just an opinion, so anything I say is just what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and you don't have to agree. But let's go for a little cruise and let's chat. This is gonna fall, so as I said guys, this is a 2019 Ford F450 Platinum Spec Edition. The Platinum Edition gives you basically everything you could get if you optioned out a Laramie fully, but with the massaging chairs. And if you remember my Audi S6 and how much I love the massaging chairs in that car, as much time as I'm spending driving these trucks, I really felt like it was time to treat yourself and, you know, get a massaging chair. The other thing is the leather in this Platinum compared to the leather in the Laramie spec trucks. It's just different. There's something about it. You know, it's a nicer leather. It feels more like a genuine leather, not so much of a synthetic leather, and it just feels a lot better on the old tush. So there's that. That's one of the things. As I said, I'm absolutely loving the moonroof, and it does provide a little bit better lighting for the videos, so I can look even more gorgeous and well lit for you loyal viewers. Now, there are a couple differences. Obviously, both the Ram and the Ford now have a 6.7 liter powertrain, or power plant, I guess. However, the Cummins is an inline 6, versus the Powerstroke, which is a V8. So the Powerstroke does make a little bit more power. I believe the new Ram, if you get the high output, does make a little bit more torque. I don't have all the specs memorized yet, guys. Chill out. But it's a very, very nice truck, and I'm going to go a little bit more into why I chose a 450 very shortly after a couple more rollers. Super windy, so it's gonna be inside the truck a lot, but for my needs, this F450 just made more sense. So basically, I needed a 4500 or 450 level truck because of the bigger brakes. This truck has 1 inch bigger brakes than my 3500 dually. Improved kind of just rigidity of the frame, and also the wide track front axle and the 430 gears versus the 410 gears that come again in the Cummins diesel. Nothing against the Cummins, it's a great diesel. The 3500 is a good platform, and you know, it has the factory airbags and all that stuff, but I wanted something more commercial that could be used you know, to haul stuff, but still with a pickup bed. That's the other thing. The Ram doesn't offer a 45 or a 5500 in a normal pickup. Style. You have to get a cab and chassis, and for a nice bed, a nice one of those upfitter beds like a CM bed or anything like that, you're looking at like $6,000 to $8,000. So let's go over the Platinum a little bit. First and foremost, the booty. I think that the Ford dualies look a lot nicer than the Ram. I really like how they just kind of have a wheel arch here. It's not that huge sweeping motion. I like the Platinum badge. I like it that the Platinums come color matched as well. Beautiful chromed exhaust, the 19.5 inch Alcoa wheels with a commercial 225/70 19.5. That's a Continental HD3. Comes with a bed liner and the fifth wheel prep, like we'll talk about in a little bit. This is obviously an aluminum bed. We have this 360-degree camera system. Again, it is a Platinum F450 Powerstroke. Obviously 19.5s on the front, and I do actually like the color match bumper as well. So you know, that's some really nice features of the outside. I also prefer these cab lights to the Ram. They're a little bit less intrusive. This also flips up, this flips up, this flips up, and it creates, you know, an under seat storage where, you know, you can't see it. But this is a really kind of tacky plastic. That kind of, they could have made this a little bit nicer, but not a huge deal. Let's take a look at the back seats. Unlike the Mega Cab, these seats don't recline, but I'm 6'1", and I probably have at least 7 inches of space between me and the front seat, sorry. It does seem kind of like a stadium seat. There's a light here, I never noticed that. Coat hook. And obviously, we can enjoy the panoramic roof, but I feel like this truck is a lot wider than the Ram. I always have felt like the Ram was a really narrow truck. Just the cab, not even talking about a dual rear wheel versus a single rear wheel. I've always felt like the cab was very, very narrow, and this feels like a much wider truck, and the back seat's very comfortable. I feel like I do have more headroom, and this is kind of interesting. This Ford comes with an airbag seat belt. I've never actually sat in the back, but apparently the seatbelt has an airbag in it. Not really sure why, but you know, whatever. Center armrest has a cup holder. That's all well and good. Just a very nice leather, and God, this is a nice truck. And I hate to say it, but this is a nicer truck than the Ram. So those are kind of some of the reasons that I chose an F450 this time. I've had so many Rams. I think the silver dually is my 9th, I believe, Ram truck, and I haven't actually had a Ford since I want to say 2000, either 9 or 10. I had an F250 V10 Triton. Beautiful truck, but the interiors have come a long way since then. Actually, I'll talk about the interior really quick. This obviously has all the same features as a Ram will. This is a little bit outdated. You know, this is a little bit outdated. I'll give it that. Ram definitely in the technology and their enormous new screen has kind of come a long way, but I do prefer the Ford's tow mirrors and also some of the camera options, but I think the new 2019 Ram has a lot of those same options, so maybe not as big of a deal now. But essentially I spec'd out a brand new 3500 with the max tow package, and it MSRP'd at 78,000, I believe, which is pretty close in price to what I got this F450 Platinum for. So compared to the Laramie, like I said, the seats are more comfortable. I think the leather's nicer. It's got a lot more options, including the massage chair, because treat yourself, you know, why not? And I really like it a lot, to be honest with you. The big test of time will obviously be the Cummins versus the Powerstroke. So that is what I'm very curious to see. Obviously the Cummins is known as the more reliable engine, but I have both. I still have the Cummins truck, so we will literally in this video series be able to compare and contrast the two and see kind of when the mileage gets higher and the ownership term gets longer, which of them have more issues, or which of them, you know, just run better or whatever. Like I said, I do know that the i6 is going to run a little bit more efficiently than this V8 Powerstroke, but we'll just kind of see. We'll see what the trade-off is, you know, the trade-off of power versus efficiency, or power versus economy. I don't know. We're just, like I said, this is just the first video. We're just cracking open this Easter egg for the very first time. But to be honest, guys, I'm loving this truck. I really am, and I'm sorry if that upsets you, my Ram fam. But you know, I'm a Platy daddy now, and I'm your daddy now in the Platinum, and you know, I still, like I said, I still have the Ram, so don't be too triggered. Don't unsubscribe just yet. But we're gonna be doing some things. We're gonna be trying something new. So we made it home and a couple other things. The lights I like way better. You know, Ford has been doing stuff that Ram is only just now starting to do. For reference, when I talk about my Ram dually, that is it. We got the 17-inch wheels versus the 19.5s. Just overall a much nicer truck. So I much prefer the Ford, to be honest. I know that's gonna upset a lot of people, but it is what it is. The Ram's been demoted to the street until they can come up with some better features. Now that the drive's over, you can see the Ram and the Platinum there. I want to head back inside, and we're actually going to look at some of the details of this window sticker. As far as the garage, stuff kind of went haywire. The kitchen cabinets are there. There's some fridge stuff. This is the baseboards. Obviously the toolbox. We got another Homac toolbox to match this. Well, they kind of match, but it's the same toolbox. There's just stuff everywhere. There's a whole nother set of tires. It's been a couple of months, guys. It's been a couple of weeks. So anyway, as you can see, the kitchen cabinets are in the garage because they're not all delivered yet, but our freshly painted wall will give us a nice backdrop to talk about these window stickers real quick. So I want to talk about the Ford first, MSRP of $85,975, a huge amount of money. Actually, if you're an OG of the channel and you remember the Audi S6, the sticker price for the Audi S6 was only $76,815, so $10,000 cheaper than this F450, and they have a lot of the same features. But just wanted to compare the S6 to that. So the Super Duty, as we talked about a little bit in the truck, why did I buy the Ford? Well, basically, if we compare it to the towing capability of the Ram 3500 with the factory max tow package, they're very close in terms of capability. Now, where the F450 kind of excels is where it has 1 inch bigger brakes, it has a wide track front axle, has 430 gears rather than the 410 gears. The Ford Powerstroke obviously uses a 7.6 liter V8 versus the Cummins i6 inline 6. Same engine output, 6.7 liter, but an i6 versus a V8. So the Cummins will be a little bit more efficient, but my big complaint is that Ram doesn't offer a 4500 or a 5500 level truck with a pickup bed. You can do it, but it's not the same. And as of the time of purchasing the Ford, I didn't want to purchase a cabin chassis and find a bed upfitter, so I went ahead and thought I would try out a Ford, and honestly, it's such a nice truck. Now, you guys know, if you followed the channel for a while, and I have the window stickers here from my old trucks, had a Laramie. Obviously, the Platinum is more on par with a Limited, but as far as I know, the Limited does not have massaging chairs, and I don't think it has the moonroof. Maybe it does, correct me if I'm wrong. I've never actually been in a Limited, only a Laramie, but I do like the moonroof a lot. At night, it's super nice to bring that shade back, and it, first of all, feels like you have a lot more space, and second of all, it's just nice to kind of, I don't know, it feels like it opens up. It feels like it's not so cramped in the truck. Now, I still love my Rams. I'm still going to buy Rams. Don't think that we're changing into a Powerstroke based channel, but so for example, this is why I got the window stickers out. So those are my old trucks. I'm going to put, just for an example, so the silver dually is a 2018 Ram 3500 tradesman spec. It's actually kind of a weird spec. How the dealer built it is, I like it, but it's kind of weird. As you can see, 3500 tradesman, and the sticker price was $63,630. Now, when you think about it, apples to apples, the sticker for sticker, and again, this is not what I paid. I'm not going to go into what I paid because that's unclassy, but sticker for sticker, the Ram is approximately $20,000 less. Now, the Ram has cloth seats, no remote start, has a camera, but not the full system. Just in terms of, it's almost bare bones. It's basically a tradesman that they put a chrome appearance group on, which was $895, which gives you the chrome grille, front and rear bumper, the max tow package, which gives you the 410s, the fifth wheel hitch in the bed, the auto leveling airbags, and the trailer bake. That's $3,500 option. The Aisin transmission is a $2,700 option, you know, so on and so on. But it's $20,000 cheaper, but it's a bare bones truck. And after spending quite a few hours in that tradesman truck, especially compared to my Laramie, you know, the Platinum Super Duty does outweigh it, and obviously I mean a tradesman, but even compared to the Laramie, the leather feels nicer. It has the massaging seats. The cab just feels more roomy. It's very strange, and for a long time, guys who used to work with me in real life will know I kind of shit talked the Ford quite a bit, but it's a super nice truck. And in the dually, well, maybe both, but in the dually application specifically, the fenders that go over the rear duals on the Ford look astronomically better than the kind of the swoop that the Ram does. So in terms of this truck, the base price was $78,000, so I only got $6,000 worth of options on the F450, which were, the color was $600, the FX4 package was $400, rapid heat, engine block heaters $100, camper package $160, that's a waste. Fifth wheel prep is only $500. This one didn't come with the hitch, just the puck system. Inflatable seat belts, that's kind of weird, but $185. Upfitter switches, $165. That's the 5 aux switches on the roof liner. Spray and bed liner, $600. And then the Platinum Ultimate package is a $3,000 option, which gives you the power moonroof, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping alert, and the ultimate trailer tow camera. So this truck is going to be primarily towing, you know, and that's why I decided to get the 450 over a 350 or another 3500. And just for fun's sake, what I paid for the F450 was almost identical to what I could order a 2019 Ram 3500 with the max tow package. So to get a 450 or a 4500, kind of more of a commercial spec, for the similar prices I could get a brand new Ram. And you dealers with the Rams, with the 2019s, you're lagging, man. It's already July. We're halfway through July already, and a lot of these dealers still don't have 2019s on the lot. It's crazy. All right, Flat Out Fam, that is going to finish up this video. Sorry, it was kind of a longer one than usual. Just back in the Ram now, getting a quick wash. So that's gonna finish up. I'd love to hear your comments below, what you think of the Ford, what kind of maybe videos you might want to see. Like I said, I still do have the Ram. I'm sitting in it now, and I'm gonna buy more Rams in the future. So it's not like Ram content or Cummins content is over. We're just expanding, trying something new. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me see your comments below, and we'll see you next video.